I know where to be.
Yes.
You know I don't never want to talk to y'all, so you lucky they'd be making me.
Well, that's quite an opening.
Huh? Honesty. Huh? Yes, you do. Every time I say I don't want to do it, you be like, oh, come on, you do that every time.
When Bam said over the summer, or whenever it was, over the summer or going into the season, that he wanted to get his shots up, did you think that was something that could be real? I mean, did you think that he could become this kind of offensive player as regularly as he's been this kind of guy?
I mean, yeah. He has the ball enough to be able to shoot the ball as many times as he wants. It's all about taking the right shots at the right time and making sure that everybody gets their touches as well. And I think he's found a great balance in that. And then if you got the hot hand, you got to keep feeding that individual. And a lot of the nights, it actually is Bam, and he's like constantly having a mismatch. So, you gotta ride that wave sometimes.
Jimmy, the way this team has gone, a bunch of times you go out, the lead goes away, you have to come in salvage mode. How nice was it that it was 6 when you went out, 6 when you came back, and it seemed like you came back a little earlier than usual. Was that you suggesting to Coach, or was that just when he decided?
No, that's Spo. And Quinny let me know that was the plan before the game too. And I guess it worked. So hopefully, we stick with that if that is the winning formula. And we'll figure it out moving forward. But it feels good to play a little bit of basketball. Ooh, I played like 35 tonight. Ooh-wee.
Jimmy, it seemed like you really looked to impose your will there in the third quarter and get to your spots, get in the paint. What kind of flipped for you after halftime and entering the third?
People start talking to me, and I just be trying to hoop, honestly. And then we got some bumping of the gums, and it's like attack mode from there on out.
Jimmy, the way you guys played, the formula here has been three-pointers for so long, with not a lot of attempts, certainly not a lot of conversions. Was this a game you looked at and just said, we got to bowl our way, you to the rim, Bam into the paint, and both guys getting to the free throw line? Did you see this maybe more as a show of force than a show of finesse?
I think so. I say we can out-two anybody in the league. Sooner or later, we're going to start taking more threes and making more threes. But I think if we're going to the battle of the twos, we got to be top in the league at mid-range jump shots and layups and free throws.
Jimmy, Bam's jumper falling at this rate is kind of the obvious thing, but over the last 2 years, how has he developed in maybe ways that we don't see, the non-obvious ways of when he's going up against long shot-blocking centers?
He's using his fakes a lot more, and even more often than that, he's scoring in a multitude of ways. He gets out in transitions, offensive rebounds, off the pick and roll, off the little mini pick and pop, playing on the baseline. Like, you always got to pay attention to him where he is on the floor. And if you make any type of mistake, he's now known to make you pay for that. So whether it's he's in the pick and roll, whether he's got the ISO, he's coming down in transition, it's like you got to be aware of where Bam is at all times on the floor.
Jimmy, sometimes when searching the game plan to search for smaller matchups for you, this is a team that obviously you were just getting that matchup immediately, usually down the floor. I guess just what does that change in your approach when you don't have to keep searching for that?
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think I play basketball the right way. Shoot the ball when I'm open, man, and try to get in the paint and get a layup, not take so many mid-range jump shots, and find my guys on the perimeter. Whether it be a smaller guy, a bigger guy, I think I can get around anybody. It's all about taking the right shot, making the right shot, and finding my shooters.
Jimmy, this is a sport about competition, but also about friendship. What Kyle's going through right now, you know what it's like the night before trading deadline and all the rumors. As a friend to Kyle, as someone who's the godfather of your daughter, what's it like for you and being around Kyle in this emotional state until we get to 3 p.m. tomorrow?
Tell Kyle you got to control what you can control. That's my guy, and I love him to death. I don't know what's going to happen, but, I love Kyle as an NBA player, as a human being. I want to play with Kyle, but so much is out of my control. And just like so much is out of his control, he could be my guy forever. I want him to be my teammate forever. And whatever happens, but that's still going to be my dog. He ain't going nowhere.
Last question. Jimmy, going back to the first question today, is there a pattern you like in terms of when you come back in the fourth quarter? Like, do you like to be as fresh as possible for the final 6 minutes, 8 minutes? Is there some routine that fits you best typically for the fourth?
Honestly, I don't care. I just want to win. If we're down and I got to come in and get into attack mode a lot quicker, half of it's my fault anyways. I could just attack every time down the floor, but I try to get everybody involved. And I don't think that that's a bad thing at all. I think I just got to pick and choose my spots in doing that, and maybe start doing it a lot more and stacking these dubs. But in my minutes, I think we have to be more effective on both sides of the ball. Thank you, Jimmy. Peace. Can't even talk to y'all today, man. Nope. Happy Black History Month, man. For sure. Before they in here waiting to talk to you. Thanks, man.